Sonic the Hedgehog 2, The Untold Story. This story is by Primal Sonic, based on a franchise by Sega, and featuring a franchise by DreamWorks. It had been a good few weeks since Sonic had stopped the evil Dr. Robotnik from invading the Green Hill Zone, the Marble Zone, the Spring Yard Zone, the Labyrinth Zone, which he wasn't too keen on, the Starlight Zone, and the Scrap Brain Zone. Although the Scrap Brain Zone kinda was Eggman's creation. Well, it was. Anyhow, he felt like that this was a well-deserved vacation on what he agreed looked very like the Green Hill Zone, but the music was a lot more upbeat. He could see a few of Robotnik's enemies starting to form here and there, and wondered how long it would be before he would be called to action once again. Suddenly, the Emerald Hill started to vibrate, and he saw Dr. Eggman, or Dr. Robotnik as we would know him at this time, driving past in a car with a big drill on the front. He's up to no good again, said Sonic, getting himself up. I got a juice. Sonic was about to juice when he suddenly saw a fox beside him that had two tails. I'm not 100% sure when my computer did that noise, sorry. Hello there, said the fox. You remember me, don't you? Me and you met not that long ago, after you finished crushing Dr. Eggman in the final zone. Yes, I did meet you at the final zone, didn't I? Said Sonic. And I found out you're practically as fast as I am. Yeah, I'd like to come along with you on this mission, that's alright. Alright then, said Sonic. It'd be more fun to bring a buddy along. Come along, my friend. Sonic and Tails, as we now know the fox, rushed through the Emerald Hill at light speed. It was so fast, you could barely keep up with them. The camera could barely keep up. At last they came to a sign. I don't like the sign, said Sonic. It's got Eggman on it. Oh, but if you do this, said Tails, it'll change to you. Of course, said Sonic. He's a bit like the signs at the end of my first game. Way to go, Tails. Then Act 2 started. Sonic had to be a little more careful on this second act. It was more dangerous than the first one, and there was one or two death pits, but not as many as Green Hill. And especially the spikes, because at least if you got pricked on the spikes in this zone, you didn't die immediately, due to a slight glitch in the first Sonic game. I'm glad that's over, said Sonic when he eventually came to a peaceful glade of trees. Oh, but then he saw Eggman in that machine again. Alright, Eggman, your time is up. Not this time, Dr. Eggman said. My master plan will work. I have an elite idea to build the ultimate fortress of destruction. I named it the Death Egg. Ha, bet you're basing it on the Death Star from Star Wars, said Sonic. Let me know when you have an original idea, Eggman. It's nothing like the Death Star, said Dr. Eggman. Whatever, said Sonic. Let's just get this over with. So, Sonic and Dr. Eggman clashed. Tails helped Sonic a couple of times, keeping him out the way of that nasty drill, especially when the drill flew off and very nearly hit Sonic. Then, Sonic smashed Dr. Eggman for the last time and all the wheels came off the car. Eggman tried to drive the car, but the axles were spinning, but the wheels weren't going anywhere. That's funny, said Dr. Eggman. I've defeated you, said Sonic. Look at your car, you slowpoke. Said Dr. Eggman. Doesn't matter. I've got this helicopter eggomatic thing. I can always fly away from you, Sonic. Don't force me to smash it as well, said Sonic. Did you let him get away? Asked Tails. It's more fun to catch him at the end of the game, said Sonic. I see, said Tails. Well, what's that smell? I smell chemicals, said Sonic. Must be that factory just over there. Shall we go and check it out? Yeah, let's go and check it out. Let's go and check it out. So, Tails and Sonic walked to the chemical plant. This looks almost part swimming baths, part factory, said Sonic. This looks like it'll be good fun, although I'm not so sure about the pink water. Tails! Tails was about to drink the pink water. Looks like strawberry juice. It's definitely not, said Sonic, pulling Tails back. You're gonna kill yourself. You sure? Very sure. Why do you think this place is called Chemical Plant, you silly fox? Oh, said Tails. Sorry, Sonic. It's alright, said Sonic. Now stay with me and let's go. So, Sonic and Tails made their way across the chemical plant. An enemy immediately tried to bar their way. Sonic just spin dashed through it. He wasn't having any of that. As he went down the big part of the chemical plant where you like go down the big thing, sort of go over the chemicals, don't you? And then you shoot up into the air. Sonic could see someone struggling in the chemicals. Help me, she said. I've fallen in the chemicals. Oh my goodness, said Sonic. There's a wild horse stranded out here. It's terrible, said Tails. That's pretty terrible. Don't worry, horse. We'll help you. How? Said Sonic. How? I'll find a way. How many chaos emeralds have we got? No, we haven't got any yet. Come on, let's go on the special stage, said Sonic. We need at least some chaos emeralds to help that thing. You won't be able to wait until you cut off some chaos emeralds, Sonic, said Tails. Could you fly her out? Oh, I'll take all my strength, said Tails. Come on, bro, I believe in you, said Sonic. Alright, said Tails. Hold on to me, horse. Okay. Here we go. Oh, horses are heavy, said Tails. Keep going, Tails, said Sonic. Keep going. Little by little, Tails hoisted the horse until it was able to grab hold to the side of Chemical Plant. Eventually, the horse was able to pull itself out. It shook itself vigorously. It was a mare, a very pretty mare. But what was weird about this mare? It looked like it should have been a stallion. That's because it was a parallel existence. You saved my life, Foxy, said the horse. How can I ever obey you? Oh, it's no problem. I bet you're glad you came with me today, said Sonic. Looks like you got yourself some fame, Tails. You can certainly be a little hero when you want to be, can't you? I certainly can with your encouragement, Sonic. You'll have to learn to do it without my encouragement sometime, Tails. You need to believe more in yourself. Yeah, I do, don't I? Said Tails. I'll come along with you, said the horse. I'm very good at, navigating places. And yet you fell in the chemicals. That wasn't my fault. The horse explained that further on in the chemical plant, there was these platforms that literally disappeared. They're definitely work of Eggman's, said Sonic. Let me show you how to navigate those, horse. You show me how to navigate them, she said, and then I won't fall in the chemicals again. I'd rather not take another bath. You're very clean now. I am very clean, aren't I? She said, probably best bath I've had in a long time. Okay then, let's go. You're nearly the colour of Tails. Yeah, I'm nearly Tails' colour, she said. To describe the horse was sort of dark chestnut, dark dun, actually they call this colour on a horse, with brown mane, a white blaze, unless you're looking at her now, and brown eyes. Like I said, she looked like she should have been a stallion, but this version wasn't. They finally came to the end of Chemical Plant after Sonic and the horse nearly drowned it. "Oh dear," said Tails. "Get out!" "What do you think I'm trying to do?" said Sonic. "These stairways keep moving." "Oh no, not this music! I don't want to hear this music again, Tails." "Uncover your ears," Tails suggested. "Not a really good enough suggestion," said the horse. "We need to get out." Eventually, the horse actually kicked Sonic out the chemicals and struggled itself to shore. "I'm not going to forget that," said Sonic, "but thanks anyway. Come on, let's get Dr. Eggman before he comes up with another Oh no, what's this contraption he's got now?" Eggman flew by. "You may beat one of my contraptions," said Eggman, "but I've got a couple more. This one is the one for Chemical Plant. She looks pretty handsome, don't you think?" "Handsome?" said Sonic. "When did any of your contraptions look attractive?" And I can barely even say that. Eventually, Sonic and the others all got to the end of Chemical Plant. They fought Dr. Eggman's new contraption, which tried to put chemicals on top of Tails, Sonic and the horse. Eventually, the horse gave Eggman a right kick up the butt to finish him. "Ah!" said Dr. Eggman. "I'll be back." The horse was about to give Eggman a right pounding, but Sonic for once actually stood in the way. No, it's more fun to beat him at the end of the game," said Sonic. "We'll beat him though." "Very well," she said. "Guess we need a challenge. Where are we going to next, Hedgehog?" "We're going into those ruins." "Ah, great." "Hoo-hoo," said the horse. "I really like the look of this place." "I'm not so keen on this one," said Sonic. "I can't swim." "Never would have guessed," said the horse sarcastically. Yeah, she was a bit cheeky, but Sonic definitely didn't mind that. He was aware he was a rather cheeky hedgehog himself. "Cheeky thing," said Sonic, sort of banterous. "Right, as long as I don't drown, I don't care." "That's probably the best way, Sonic," said Tails, forward in the water. "You silly fox," said Sonic. "Ah, but I can swim," said Tails. "Look." "So you can," said Sonic. "That's gonna be useful." Said the horse. "Now I can swim too." "That's why I hadn't already drowned in the plant. It's just the chemicals were getting a bit wavy." "Yeah, I think Chemical Plant was nearly going to have a meltdown by the time we were finished with it," said Sonic. "Come on." They made their way through the ruins. Tails and Sonic kept losing rings to these magnets that popped out of the wall. Most of the time the horse managed to stay out of danger, and she actually reached the sign a little bit before Sonic. "I'm waiting," she said. "That's my line," said Sonic. "It's not anymore," Tails said. "You cheeky fox," said Sonic. "Oh, right, I'm in with a right pair tonight, that's for sure. Come on, friends." They walked into the next act of Aquatic Ruin. In this act, they have like these swing things, and of course they had to fight Dr. Eggman, who flew by in another contraption. This one had a big hammer. "Are you even trying to rip off my want-to-be girlfriend?" said Sonic. "It's nothing to do with Amy Rose," said Eggman, "and this mallet would even squash her." "We'll see," said Sonic. My wannabe girlfriend's got a pretty powerful hammer, you know." So they came to the battleground where the bird and stone things rose up, and all three of them attacked Dr. Eggman until eventually he had to drop the hammer. He made sure to drop it right on top of Tails. That was the noise Tails made as it got flattened. "Sonic," said Tails. "Your friend's been flattened," said the horse, "without getting back into shape." There you are. She said, he looks like a fox again now. Thank you, said Sonic. Tails, what am I gonna do with you? I'm sorry, Sonic, I was right underneath the hammer when he dropped it. He shouldn't have dropped it. I didn't get a choice but to drop it, said Dr. Eggman. You blew the machine up. Doesn't matter. I've got another machine waiting for you in the casino, so you better get yourself there immediately. Alright, Eggy, said Sonic. You want to challenge us again, do you? Let's go into the casino. Oh, Sonic, I'm too old. I'm too young to go in a casino, said Tails. Get in the casino, said Sonic. Tails walked sheepishly into the casino. I'm sorry I'm laughing at this. It is a rather funny story. I do laugh at my own stories quite a lot. Even my more threatening stories always end up having a funny bit in them. But that's me. Come on. So, they both walked into the casino. They got through the pinball flippers and the things that bounce you, and the elevators. I actually quite like the elevators in Casino Night. They're slightly better looking than the ones in Carnival Night. Until eventually they came to Dr. Eggman on the second act. I've always found this battle particularly hard, I'll just let you know. But in this case, Tails said, alright Sonic, let's go and bash ourselves around like pinballs for a while. At least Eggman's got a 1 in 3 chance of being hit this time, said Sonic, because of our extra member. Oh, it turned out 1 hit from the extra member flattened Eggman's machine. Get off me, you blooming Mustang, said Eggman. Not until I've done this. I'll just let you know what she did is censored. But Eggman was a bit smelly after that. I'm gonna totally get you for that, said Dr. Eggman as he flew off in total rage. That'll show him, said Sonic. That'll show him. Nice going, horse. I'm Primal Spirit, by the way, she said. Primal Spirit, said Sonic. So you're an entity who's a bit like Spirit staring at the Cimarron, but you hunt your own prey, so you're a meat eater. Yeah, looks like a meat eating spirit, she said. In that case, said Sonic, you can help us hunt this egg. And I guess we're going to have to hunt the egg at Hilltop Zone. I'm cold, said Tails. He's just getting the ski lift, said Sonic. Gonna be here all day. I don't think it's so cold on this hill, said the horse, looking at the lava. That's a valid point, said Sonic. This hill is both hot and cold. Eventually they got through Hilltop Zone, and they came to Eggman's contraption for this one. Eggman, this one looks really like a tin can, said Sonic. It really does. Your designs are starting to lack. I'll show you if it lacks when I squirt lava in your face, said Eggman. They defeated Eggman in absolutely no time this time because Tails jumped on him and then the horse pushed the whole machine into the lava. Thanks a lot, said Dr. Eggman. I'll get you back for that. Okay, what's next? She asked. Okay, said Sonic, we're going into that cave. Let's go then, said Tails. Tails walked into the cave but wasn't so sure when he got in. Sonic, said Tails, I'm a little scared of here. Don't worry, said Sonic, I'll take the lead again. Follow me, friends. That is quite a challenging level, Mystic Cave. I'm not going to be unfair about that. And the boss of this one is actually quite challenging as well. And they eventually got to the end where Dr. Eggman was using their machine to sort of dig up the cave, I suppose, with 2 drills on it. Eventually they blew up the machine and took the 2 drills off him. Sonic smacked him with one. I'm gonna get you for that, said Dr. Eggman. Don't use my own contraption against me. Ah, what's the matter, Egg? Said Sonic. You failed to use the contraption against me, so due to that I turned it against you. You might should have just took it off him, said Tails. I'll take your tails blooming off you, said Sonic. Meet me at the end of the oil ocean for your doom. I'll be there, lickety split, said Sonic. Yeah, that's where we went next. The oil ocean, which I think is an oil refinery that Eggman's built. How to say one of my favourite levels. Might as well give my opinions during the story whilst they're playing the game. Finally, we got to the end of Oil Ocean and they killed Eggman in a submarine. This battle's always been quite a tricky one, but eventually they drowned Eggman in the oil. Ah, said Dr. Eggman. Can't believe I failed again. I can, said Sonic. Let me just get up the piece of paper that I've got in my pocket. Oh yeah, this is all of Eggman's defeats. There's quite a lot of them now, said Sonic. I'll just tick Oil Ocean. You're not ticking any of the zones on that stupid list, said Eggman furiously. Meet me at the end of Metropolis if you can for the ultimate duel. If I can, said Sonic. Okay, Egg. So you don't think this zone is doable? Well, as you probably know, Metropolis is one hard zone. Sonic did not know what he was getting himself into. He swore he lost rings more times than any other time. And he probably died a good few times as well, but thankfully Sonic had the lovely ability, along with all the others, of coming back. In fact, Sonic had to use a continue. I do not like being put in this blooming spotlight. He's gonna pay for that, said Sonic. Sonic came to the end of Metropolis. Just before I came to the end of Metropolis, they lost their horsey friend. Because, and when I say they lost her, she didn't die. She just went in another direction. She found a trail of stars above one of the lampposts and decided to investigate. Of course, she went to the special stage. To be honest, Sonic and Tails have forgotten all about that part. Right, Egg, said Sonic, in absolute rage. What you gonna hit us with now? Oh, damn, we've lost our horsepower, said Sonic. Looks like me and Tails are gonna have to just take you ourselves this time. Now you haven't got your little horsey friend to help you, said Eggman. It's gonna be easy to conquer you two. Now, when was it easy to conquer me? Said Sonic. When was it easy? Well, Dr. Eggman, this time around, I'm using this machine from Metropolis a bit like loads of clones of himself, but they're like balloons. And when you pop them, he basically gives you some more, and then after that, you have to shoot a laser at you because you have no more balloons left. A pretty easy boss, in my opinion, for such a tricky level. At the end of the Metropolis, Tails looked at Sonic. Sonic? Yes, Tails? How did my plane get at the end of that? Hey, that's your plane, said Sonic. That's the tornado. Ah, right, Tails. Looks like we're taking our flight in the tornado to the next zone. Meet me at my new air fortress for your doom, Eggman said just before he left. Sonic and Tails hopped on the plane. They did what's known as Sky Chase Zone, where they popped some enemies and made their way to Wing Fortress. Eventually, they came towards the fortress itself. Sonic jumped off the plane and came onto the fortress. Tails went and crashed somewhere. Sonic, said Tails. You didn't think I was very kind of him. He just asked me to crash, that's charming. And meantime, Sonic was on Wing Fortress, popping all about next, and eventually, with quite a bit of struggle, he came to Dr. Eggman's machine, which looked like a beam. It actually looks like a copy of one of the machines in Flying Battery. I'm gonna beam it on you now, said Dr. Eggman, and there's no escape because this field keeps getting smaller and smaller. Ah, but every time your beam opens itself to fire like that, said Sonic, I can smash it. In that case, I'm gonna have to try firing it without opening it. Eggman tried that and it exploded. Oh well, said Sonic, you made that a little bit easier. Meet me at the Death for your final, very final battle. And I can't emphasise how final that battle's gonna be. Eggman was raged by that, you know. He is such an egg, said Sonic. Ah, Tails, you're back. Yeah, I don't appreciate you just letting me just crash somewhere, said Tails. Don't appreciate that. Sorry, Tails, I was a bit busy, said Sonic. Anyway, we gotta go to Dr. Eggman's fortress and stop this Piraeus. Oh, I'm looking forward to that, actually, said Tails. Just before they took off, their horse friend came and jumped on beside them. Hello, pals, said the horse. Hello, Primal, where did you go? Asked Sonic. You're doing a little bit of collecting, she said. I'll show you what I found when we get to the Death Egg. Alright then, said Sonic. Let's go off to the Death Egg. Well, they came to the Death Egg, and the first thing Sonic got confronted by was a silver version of himself. Who are you? Said the silver Sonic. I am Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog matches enemy data, must eliminate. Oh God, said Sonic. You won't eliminate me that bloomin' easy. Come down here and say that, said the Sonic. Before you go, said Primal Spirit, I've got these for you, Sonic. These colourful gems you forgot about. Good thing you got those! Because now I'm going to annihilate you, said Sonic to the Silver Sonic as he went a golden colour. Cheers, Primal Spirit! Super Sonic is here! Well, that battle did not last long! And then Eggman got chased full speed towards the final boss. He was that close to touching me. I don't fancy being touched by that contaminated hedgehog. Sonic went super again. I'll show you who's contaminated. Bring that robot out here. Here it is, said Dr. Eggman, bringing the Death Egg robot out. You have to admit, it's a very handsome bot. Looks very like me. I actually think that robot looks slightly better than you do. Oh, you will throw that much friggin' shade, do you? Said Sonic. Said Eggman. I'll throw you some shade. Eggman, just touch me with that lousy ball. Alright. That's all you could hear. Eventually, the robot exploded. Goodbye. And your Death Egg is cracked. I couldn't say much about that as everyone ran out the Death Egg as it blew up. Oh, said Eggman, it was a trick! You tricky hedgehog! I'm gonna say you didn't even win the game properly. Said Eggman, you'll have to try again. If I'm Super Sonic, do I really have to try again? Said Sonic. It's only if I fail to get the emeralds. I'll admit I did forget all about them, said Sonic, but them special stages made me feel weird. I'm just glad my primal friend got them for me. I'll get you free, said Dr. Eggman. down! So, this is certainly a new version of the ending. Everyone landed on Tails' plane. Tails' plane shook when the horse landed on it, though. It broke my plane. Sorry, just I can't help my weight. It's a good thing I am not quite as heavy as normal, though. Said Sonic. I imagine you get quite weighty, actually, with your big meals. Yeah, I get quite weighty with those, she said. It's alright, said Tails. I upgraded the engine after the first crash. Good on you, Tails, said Sonic. Good on you. If you don't mind, because our horsey friend is aboard, I'm going to just float beside the plane. After all, I'm supersonic. This would have to have his weight on the plane as well, said Tails. You're going in bin, said Supersonic. Looks like Mobius, I think it's Mobius, is brought to peace once again, said Sonic. Yeah, said Tails, we did a good job. We really did. Yeah, said Sonic. We kicked some egg butt, didn't we? We kicked Eggman's butt. I wonder what will be in our next adventure. Look at that floating island over there, said Tails. That looks like a good place to explore. I think we'll head to that floating island just as soon as I grab myself some food, and then we'll be off, said Sonic, on our next adventure. I'll meet you on the floating island, said Primal Spirit, jumping off the plane into the water. Okay then, said Sonic, be careful. She's rather sweet there, isn't she? Said Tails. She is in her own way, said Sonic. Now, let's make sure that Dr. Eggman doesn't try anything else. Meanwhile, Dr. Eggman picked himself up from where he fell and went straight to the floating island. A red creature that had like I'm trying to describe it, like a sort of floppy hairdo and spiked knuckles came out from behind one of the trees. Who are you? He asked. Oh, the bad enough day as it is, said Dr. Eggman. Please help me. If you don't help me, the world could be in danger. There's this insane blue hedgehog and he's totally trying to destroy the Earth. Is he? Said Knuckles. That would be good. My poor island. He's trying to get your big gem. No one takes my Master Emerald, said Knuckles. No one. So please, Knuckles. Well, you look in distress, said Knuckles. I guess I could help you. But on one condition. You make sure nothing happens to my Master Emerald. Deal, said Dr. Eggman. And the two of them shook hands. This story was written by Primal Sonic based on franchises by Sega and DreamWorks. Primal Spirit is a sort of OC character of Spirit Stallion of the Zimmerman, and is a parallel of Spirit Stallion of the Zimmerman that I use in some of my stories. Sonic the Hedgehog, Knuckles, Tails, Eggman, and all of those are property of Sega. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 as a game is property of Sega. The soundtrack was composed by Sega, and the remixes Fortress of Glory from Hedgehog Heaven, which is from the remix album Hedgehog Heaven for Sonic 2, and this remix, which is Force compilation by Elite Ferex from Newgrounds. This story also featured music from Newgrounds by Paul Stretch, Aquatic Ruins.